Ciao, this is Rel Jackson. I'm a brand ambassador for Magical Pose. Magical Pose is a clothing line for men, women, and most teens. You can find them on Instagram, Magical Pose, MAGICALPOSE. You can find them online at magicalpose.com, MAGICALPOSE.com. And you can even Google search Magical Pose Apparel and find their website that way. Now, due to COVID, you may experience some shipping delays from 7 to 14 days. Be advised, all orders will be shipped within 3 to 5 days after processing. Your first email is with the confirmation and receipt. Your second email is when it's shipped with tracking information. Free shipping on all orders, $150 or more. No promo code needed. Feel free and check out their catalog. They have things ranging from women's bodycon dresses, candy painted women's twist front tanks, zipper pouch, jackets, backpacks, crop top windbreakers, t-shirts, hoodies. And if you want a discount with the Magical Pose because you're with Rel Jackson, use discount code MPREL333. MPREL 333. Thank you for shopping with Magical Pose. I hope you like what you get. Feel free, hit me back, let me know what you think, and I will see you guys later. Bye.
Hey, Rel.
Hey, baby. This is Rel. Welcome to the back of the classroom. Today, we have Kia with us.
Hey, how are you? I go by the name of Kia Chalet, but for the purposes of this video, we're going to go by Kia. On Instagram, I'm KYASHILAH, and I'm the owner of Magical Pose. But today, I got on the, his gear, so.
Thank you. So, you have a website?
Yes, magicalpose.com, MAGICALPOSE.com. Where we have all the low-key hoodies, long sleeve t-shirts just dropped, the cloud bomber jackets are still up, dresses, skirts. Gotta go up there and check some of that stuff out, guys.
All right. So Magical Pose. Where you get the name from?
Oh man. So it really was supposed to be called something else, and it was taken. And so I already had the logo. I had already had other things made, and I was just like, oh my god, like, what am I gonna change it to? So I knew I wanted it to be something like magical, sparkly, whatever, but I couldn't figure it out, so I kept like going through like all these different words and just trying to figure out, okay, well, maybe if I just go through the dictionary, like what sounds good, what's up with a good pairing. And then I was like, when I put those two words together, I was like, you know what, this is it, because everybody has one, everybody, so it's perfect.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're more of a bubbly personality. You're looking to that side of people where you figure everybody has a beautiful day and a nice magical pose.
Yeah, like everybody has a pose that makes them look good, feel good. Doesn't matter whether it's silly, serious. Everybody has something that they like get your selfie on. You got to do it this way, hold it up at this angle, this amount of time, breathe, don't breathe, So
anything for likes.
Yeah, right. So I figure it's just it works,
Okay. So where are you based from?
Brooklyn, New York.
Nice. The Big Apple.
Mm-hmm.
So what's been your motivation for Magical Pose?
Oh, I mean, I've just always wanted to do this. I think it changed a few times in between, like what kind of clothes, and it probably will change a little bit more as time goes on. But I always wanted to do it, so I just want to see it like be great. Like right now, like even what it's doing right now is making me like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it.
Okay. So, dealing with apparel and clothes, and you got people who get something, don't like it, like you really got to be a people person in order to do something like that?
You just gotta be willing to talk to people and hear a lot of no's. And sometimes people be looking at me like, for real, that's how much you charging for this jacket? Like, you know how much what I can get with this kind of money? And it's like, if you don't like it, then just say you don't like it. That's okay. Like,
right. It's okay to be real.
Yeah, it's okay. Like, but you don't have to like diss me or tell me like, oh, I'm bugging because I'm charging a certain amount of prices. I'm not basing my prices based off of what you want to pay.
That's a fact. People gotta respect people's creativity, what energy it put into creating that. And if we supporting black business, we shouldn't question the price. You go to a store, you don't call the manager, be like, hey, your eggs cost too much, I need you to lower the price. Or you go to a clothing store, you don't haggle with the sales rep because the price is too high. If you want it, you buy it. If you don't, you move on. Even if you want to show support, but you don't feel the price is for you, you can still share it to other people. Let them make the decision if they're willing to support it with the price of what they're asking for, so on and so forth.
Right.
Not unless it's something you got a bad mouth.
Right.
It's for you. It's there for you.
They got shirts online for other brands. It's just I'm not gonna say a plain T-shirt, but they mostly plain and they have like their logo and stuff like that on it, and it'd be like $400 and they'll be sold out. So I don't want to hear it. Like,
that's it. You provide something. If you like the price, you like the product, go ahead and buy it. If not, move on. It's okay.
It's okay.
Take a business card. Right. Tell a friend to tell a friend.
Talk bad about me,
Hashtag.
Yeah, like talk about she crazy for charging $100 for this. Would you charge $100? Would you pay $100 for this? Put that up, please.
Right.
Tag me.
So, how did you get into starting this? Like, was it due to COVID? Was it like, how did this come together? How long have you been doing this for? What got it started?
Well, the business just started in June of 2020. And it was supposed to have started 2019. But a lot of different things happened and it just fell through. It was just, I wound up having a mailbox service and it just shut down. And so when it shut down, I lost everything. Like, so all the stuff that I sent there, like to look at the samples and to be able like to get some of the inventory. So I was down. I didn't have any. So now I was down on money, and then I didn't have any of the products. So I had nothing to sell technically. So then I had to wait until I, to like reinvest in it. And then it didn't make any sense to start the business officially at that point because I didn't have anything to sell. So it was a major setback into my ego too, because it was just like, so this is not meant to happen. Oh, okay.
So why didn't you quit?
Oh, well, I mean, you see, it took me to the next year, and then I was just like, you know what, I'm home, so, because, everything due to COVID was closed, and I'm like, you know what, I said I wanted to have more time, I said I wanted to do this, but I already was ordering stuff, so when I, finally got some of the samples back, I fell in love with them, and I was just like, ugh, like, alright, come on, I'm like hitting the ground running. So everything that I had, I just was like, I couldn't find, because it was COVID, then I couldn't find really somebody to take the pictures. And then I was just like, oh my God, now I have to be in these pictures.
Okay. So you started, things went wrong, you started again. What got you to start again? Most people who run into obstacles and they fail or it doesn't take off the way they wanted to and they stop, they never pick it back up. What made you pick it back up?
Oh, I mean, I got beat up, so I had to go, cry about it a little bit and then get back to it. I mean, I could walk. I fell a few times, right?
Okay.
I know how to ride a bike too. So, I mean, I don't see it as different. I don't really see it as like something I can't do. I just need some more time to like gather myself again and run right into the wall or miss the wall, Okay. So I didn't really look at it like it was some guiding light that was like, yeah, I have to go over here because there's the money over there. I do want the money too, let's be clear.
Right.
But like that's not the striving motivation. It's just I just really want to do it. Like I just want to see how far I can take it.
Got you. So at the end of the day, you had some obstacles the first time starting. Mm-hmm. It didn't pan out the way you wanted it to. Mm-hmm. You regathered yourself. Mm-hmm. You came back to the table. You came back with experience. You didn't come back not knowing what you knew before. You had experience because you started it and you've seen the things that went wrong. So you re-strategized. Mm-hmm. And you put yourself back out there and now you got yourself off the ground.
Right.
Most people don't do that. Most people will stop, don't like something, run up against adversity, quit, leave the money on the table, and don't even realize they just had to find another way of going about it in order to be successful. So, the style. How'd you come up with the style?
Oh man, see, I like a little bit of everything. Sometimes I like to dress up and put on this like really nice dress and then put some sneakers on. Like I just like to look like how I want to look, and I don't like looking like everybody. And like I said before I came to this, I just was like, as long as I can find something that makes me feel like, oh, I could wear this every day if I wanted to, or this could be my one time I wear this for the month, but I feel amazing when I'm in it. I just wanted to feel like that no matter what it was. So whether it was a dress, any of the shirts, it had to do something for me. Like it made me feel good when I have it on. Like for whatever reason I have it on. Like
okay,
especially like the I love clouds, so it sort of just panned out because like right now this is right in on on cue for what's out right now, and it wasn't anticipated that way. I just love clouds.
Okay. Well, it's definitely a different look. I don't see clouds on people, so I like it. So you created Magical Pose. Mm-hmm. You ran you came across some issues. Mm-hmm. You worked it out. Now you're doing it. Mm-hmm. How do you feel while in the process of being creative, giving the people something different and a variety of things? I'm looking at your website and you got book bags, jackets, hoodies, long sleeve shirts, arm bags. Like that's a nice variety. Like what goes into that? What's your mindset?
I feel like there has to be something for everybody, for people to want to come in and look at it. And even though it's from my perspective, like I said, I just want everybody to be able to come in and say, hey, like, this is dope. Like, all right, I mean, I wear this, but I know somebody that would. I never seen that before. I like that. I wouldn't wear it, but I like, no matter what it is, like you just feel good about seeing it. I don't know, everything that's up, I feel good about when I look at it, or when I feel it, or when I have it on. So putting it together was just about trying to make sure it was good enough for myself first, and like stuff that I would wear. Like if I went in the store and I saw it, I'd be like, okay, I wanted to feel like that, and so that, I guess maybe that's the answer.
Okay, so from what I'm getting from it, mm-hmm. you found clothing in a style that you liked and you're sharing it with others,
right?
Because you can go somewhere and see something in the store and be like, you know what, I think it looked better if it had this. You know what, mm-hmm. I'm gonna go ahead and make that. And you wear it, you said you feel good wearing it, and then you put it out for other people to wear. So I think that's something I don't hear. I've never seen the CEO of Nike wearing Nike gym shorts. So you find something you like, you wear it, you see how you feel with it, and then you share it with others. That's a dope concept. I can see you having a connection with the people who buy your products. You know what it feels like. You're comfortable wearing it. Share it with other people. Right. That's a sense of unity you don't find in people. Some people just make a product and go ahead and sell it to everybody and see who wants what, and let them take it for themselves. But that's a nice concept.
Thank you.
So you have this way of thinking. What is the end game?
I would really like I would really like certain things to be in certain stores or certain So you see, like, they do partnerships with like H&M and Target, and shoot, it could be Payless for like your it could be anything, like whatever it is that's like to do some sort of collaboration. I really want to do a lot of brand collaborations in the long haul. But definitely, I guess in the short term, worry about like maybe a store or getting it out to more people, and just putting more eyes on it, getting it in front of more people, maybe changing certain styles up, based on, what happens with Rona.
All right, so you said Rona. It's 2021.
Right.
Some people go outside, but more people are buying online.
Right.
So if you're gonna collaborate, and this isn't back in the day where more people was watching TV, more people online now. So how do you decipher, how do you come up with where do you put your advertisement? Because you're pretty much looking to advertise and be in different places so people can get it out the store and not just online. So how do you come up with, like, what's your mindset? Do you just look for, like, what do you do? How do you get your brand out there?
Well, a lot of what's happening now has been word of mouth, which is sort of the goal, because like you said, everything is online, and I don't know, I just don't like the idea of everything being online, because the internet shut down tomorrow, nobody's gonna know what this is, other than the 30, 40, 50 people that have, started with this whole situation. So I don't know what would make it better outside of like putting it online, like all the regular stuff, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, blah blah blah, all that. But I just don't want it to be mainly there. Like, I really want it to be like, usually, for example, like you buy the shirt, you tell 3 of your friends about it, they buy the shirt, and they tell, like, I really want it to be something where people are having a conversation about it and not just like sharing it on social media. Like, I have to do that part that's like just
right.
part of this process. But if I could like bring it back to like putting it in the newspaper or putting it in the magazines, because the magazines are digital,
right,
and print, and really having it in people's hands and let them do the online promotion. I really don't want it to be specific. Like, I want it to be like, I want it to feel like when Fashion Nova first launched. I felt like I walked past a Fashion Nova ad all day, and it was all these different people, all these different celebrities, and it was on the train, it was on the bus, it was on these ads and billboards and 42nd Street. It was everywhere. Like, I want people to feel like that. Like, I didn't see anything about Fashion Nova online. It was all strong marketing outside. So I really wanted to, like, that inspires me, because I'm just like, before I even went on their website, before I even saw anything online, that's how I learned about it.
Do you think that holds the same amount of weight now? Like, if less people are traveling, do you think you would have more of an impact online versus outside in the street or billboards?
Well, that's what I said, because of Rona. But I do think that there are a certain amount of people, and I go back and forth about that right now too, because there's a certain amount of people that's out and about because they have to go to work, and so those people that are going to work are treating themselves. And that's the whole idea of this. Like, if you can't afford it, I don't want you to spend any money on it. Like, if you, like, I'm not telling you, hey, come, give me your money and then don't have no money after this. No, I want you to feel good. Like, you can't feel good, you don't have the money in your pocket.
Right.
So I feel like if you are saying, you know what, I want to buy myself a hoodie, hey, I got hoodies, check it out, you like it, but okay. These are people that's already out and about. They already going partying, they going to do their hookah, they going to the bike meetups. These people already out and about, they spending money already, they already in their processes. Okay,
that's something to think about. So, looking at other names, how do you see yourself growing? Will you eventually looking to making your own product yourself? And would you change your business demographics, or you'll stick to this and expand digitally? I mean, outside of going into stores, because you said you want to go into stores as well. So, like, how do you get it there? Like, what stores would you prefer? Like, I think one of those major malls is going out of business, so you can't go there. But
alright. I would at least want it to be like, I'll be like, I made it if I made it in Marshalls, but that's usually after it goes down, right? But but you know what I'm saying, that because it had a whole season somewhere. Everything that ends up in Marshalls, it's not that people don't want it, it's just discounted.
Right.
So you're gonna buy it or not? But I'm not saying I want it to be in Marshalls. Like, Macy's would be ideal, but then they want to close Macy's.
Right.
You know, like, I don't really have a specific place, but something like that. If it's not a standalone store, and then anything else that would sell anything like urban apparel, or like, I don't know if I would fall. I definitely, you know, I don't want to say I don't think I would fall in there, but like those stores like Kith or Vinny's, because they have like that sort of urban hipster apparel, so it would like fall right in that bracket.
So what about would you perform a fashion show with your clothes and your merch?
Oh yeah, definitely. When this is all over, though.
To have enough people present. Okay, so would you want to go mainstream? Would you want to have your clothing line go not just rival to where, like, let's say a company wants to partner with you and do mass production in their factories and collaboration with their logo, so on and so forth. Would you consider that route?
I would consider it.
Anybody in mind you would prefer first?
No.
Just anybody?
No, you know what it is? I mean,
what if it was Italian? They want to put your clothing on Italian.
Silk, word, let's do it. Like, oh man, I'd be so excited. Like, it really, like, it could go any way. It's so fresh right now. So it could be Nike. That what? I don't care who it is. Okay. So I still just gotta feel good about it. That's all.
Well, depending on the deal, sure.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I gotta feel good about it. I gotta feel good about the clothes, the deal, you know?
Right.
All the collections and things gotta go right.
Okay, so based on your clothing selection, based on the apparel you have, are you willing to go into a different direction? What if you know, like urban wear and then there's another version to it, another style? Are you willing to branch out, or what you have is the collection?
Oh, well, the idea is that this is going to change.
Okay.
I would like to, well, at some point, I would like to start to switch things up, like, as the seasons change.
Okay.
Know, as the brands change over to, like, spring to fall, winter, and stuff like that. I definitely would like to change over to that. Just for right now, and based on how I started, these are just the products that I'm pushing for now, until I find what will be my next solid set. Okay,
so you're willing to grow.
Yeah.
So let's say the internet dies today, right now. The internet goes dark, and people want to get a hold of, they want to, you know, get a hold of you. They want Magical Pose. They like the style. The internet's just down. What can they do?
Send out a smoke show. Man, that's a really good question. If the internet goes down, I'm gonna have to just be out there putting up my little call me signs, you know, like, because other than that, I just would start rapping poles with the, you know. And
that's why you want to be in the storefront. So what area would you want to put your first storefront? Where would people want to find you?
It would definitely be in Brooklyn somewhere.
In Brooklyn? Somewhere. Just
not Canarsie, but somewhere in Brooklyn.
Okay, yeah, we definitely need to get to you by train, and God forbid something go wrong. All right, so you want to be in Brooklyn, lights go out, we can find Magical Pose in Brooklyn. What are our goals? What are our goals for that? 3 years, 5 years, what's the push?
For right now, I have different goals. Storefront is not on my top 10 of the goal list. It's really about having a certain amount sold for me, because then that translates into certain stabilities. So I think I'm more focused on that than a storefront right now. So I think once I could surpass some of those number goals, then I would be able to start to think about a store. I could do store placements, for example, before I could get an actual store, and then that would sort of aid in it.
Okay. So, I've seen something, and I thought it was interesting.
Okay.
You saying that, I want to hear your take on it.
Okay.
You got food trucks.
Okay.
You got pop-up shops.
Mm-hmm.
What if there was meetups, location, you pick up inventory 1st and the 15th, and let's say you have a vehicle and you have almost like tour dates. Would that be an interesting, like, hey, I got a pop-up shop Monday through Thursday, 9 to 5, I'll be in Canarsie? Or
something like that before.
Okay, so does that make sense? Is that worth doing, or?
I don't think that I have quite enough of a buzz for me to feel comfortable with something like that. But I think that that's an amazing idea because it could be anywhere.
Right.
And then as you network and you grow, you know, you meet people within the field. I think it will just be a simpler thing. Like, you don't have to just stay within the 5 boroughs, or you don't have to just, you know, you just go somewhere else and maybe go to where they are and make a big thing about it. Like, oh, I'm gonna be here this day.
Okay. So I'm just picking your brain. You're the fashionist, so I'm just like, hey, so what if I wanted to do, let's say I wanted to do my own catwalk fashion show, blast it on Facebook, blast it on Instagram, have the clothes there for people to want to buy, but it's only for an hour, and we'll record it, and then we'll post it, and people can see the models, what we do, how we do it. How does that move you in the fashion world, with you coming up with designs and clothes and advertising?
What exactly are you asking? I'm sorry.
A mobile store with a fashion show associated.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's sort of like what happens at the Gap.
Right. Mm-hmm. Except we're now doing it on the street level because the stores are closed. We got to do social distancing. Cool. The model walks in the walkway. We have the different outfits on different sides. People can walk back and forth and see what they like. You got the digital card reader where you can make purchases, and everybody's safe. Question is, would that, how would it be fun? Is that more work than necessary? How do you see that? Does that pan out, or is it too much money?
May need to be a little bit higher for that, because that means you got more, or either that or some more exposure to get more people in.
Well, you figure you got a brand ambassador. I'm a brand ambassador. Let's say the team came together. Everybody put in on it. Everybody talk about it. Everybody gets the vehicle. We get the extra clothes, and you just one day. Listen, if you're with us, you're with us. If you're not, you're not. At the end of the day, make sales. And we record it, post it. Like, what are outside of the budget and doing certain things, setting up a time, hope it don't rain, hope the restrictions on the city doesn't do certain things. What are some of what goes through the sole owner? What goes through your mind when ideas are presented to you like that?
I mean, I have to run over everything in my mind because it has to make sense. And right now, just because of how things are, I'm not saying that you can't do anything, but it's like, is that gonna be beneficial now? So I kind of just put a pin in it, and like I'll write it down for good ones, and just, you know, keep reevaluating as the time goes on, because, you know, it might open up a space where it might be better to do something like that during another time, or, you know, just maybe it'll be a better situation there, you know.
Okay, so you're not without reason. You definitely look at both sides of the fence. All right, so when it comes to protecting yourself, got a business, you're successful, you listen to people you work with, and now you are looking at protecting your business and making sure you're secure. What do you say to the people about doing that?
I would say make sure that you do your trademarks and make sure you do your copyrights as well. I would say the more you can say that you have ownership to as far as your brand is concerned, or more control over how many people see or hear whatever you're gonna do. So like for example, if you have a drawing and you're not sure if you're gonna use it, like if you know other brands or other owners, it's not to say you can't share it with them, but it's still something you should make sure you're good with first before you start showing it to other people. Just because if you say, I'm not gonna use it, and they're like, okay, we're not gonna use it, I like it, I'm gonna use it, you know. So I would say just, you know, keep certain things close to your chest when it comes to that, outside of like just having paperwork and
paperwork. You think paperwork is important? Getting contracts signed up?
I do think that paperwork is important, but I think paperwork is important. I think that having more paperwork is better than not having it. Some of it, if you're doing it for the wrong reasons, you sort of jam yourself up. So you know, you just gotta be careful.
But you're the boss. You're writing the contract. You're protecting yourself. Yeah. Do you feel anyone you do business with should be in the contract, or do you do the honor system where if you say something, I'll just hold you to it?
Depends on what it is. It depends on what it is. Like there are some situations where I'll do the honor system, like especially like if it's something where I know you, or I have some sort of like relationship with you or something like that, and we said we were gonna do something, and you know I look for us to do those things, and if it doesn't happen for whatever reason, then you know change it according to that. But other than that, if it's anything where we have to exchange some money, like higher than a certain value, or you know, whatever. It's not too many things that's unforgiving here. It's just about, especially if they're small things. So.
Okay. So you got a good product. I've worn many of your materials and your products. I like it. I show my friends about it. They like it. When everything is said and done, how do you celebrate? How do you take these victories? What is your reward system? Excuse me.
So I have this list of things that I want to do, and based on reaching those goals include money that will be towards that. And because this is such a new business, I don't pay myself in those traditional ways for now. So those goals are attached to my payment.
So that's how you pay yourself.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Because a lot of people out here, they talk about how hard it is, and I guess they expect a quick payday. And I'm like, no, you know, entrepreneur is different. You got to make a lot of sacrifices, and sometimes you got to focus on the rewards, the way you pay yourself, and it keeps you motivated to keep going.
Right.
So if you're going to start a business, you can't just look for the quick money, because the quick money's not there. You got to look for the long-term goals. You got to set yourself up. You got to plan. You got to prepare. You have to motivate yourself, keep yourself going.
Yeah.
Because like Kia said, she started, it didn't go the way she wanted it to, and she took a minute, recuperated, came back to it, and handled her business. So if you had to give some advice to the listeners, what would it be?
Know why you doing this? Are you doing this because you want to make money like you just said, or are you doing this because you really want to do it? Because a lot of people, even though you're doing it for money, you're doing it for money to buy what? Are you doing it so you can pay your rent? Then that means you gotta sell a certain amount. Are you doing this because you want to buy a Gucci? That means you still need to sell a certain amount. So if you're doing this because you like this and you get inspired by it, when you see it, you get excited, it'll pan out a little bit better when things are not going well. Because most times than not, it's not going to be going well, especially in the beginning. Just because, you know, maybe you know, this, like I said, I'm not gonna say it's not gonna go well. I'm saying that there are times where
things happen.
You
Obstacles.
have to put more into the. You have to put more back in just to be able to do the flip of saying this is the money going into the business. I'm spending more money, pouring more money into the business.
Okay. So you gotta nurture it. You gotta put into it time, energy, money, focus, attention. You can't leave nothing uncovered.
Right.
All right. Well, if y'all made it this far in the Back of the Classroom podcast, I thank you. I appreciate you coming. See you guys later.